Okay, the commercial revolution again. One of the things that's leading to this growth in commerce is a growth in population, and that makes sense. You're going to have more people, so therefore you have more people to sell things to, more people to make stuff, and so with the growth of the population of Europe, it's not surprising that we have commercial changes. So what is this population growth? Well, what we see from the 1500s to the 1700s, we see a growth in the population of Europe. It's pretty dramatic. This growth in population is going to mean, well, what's causing it? First of all, we've got the end of the plague. That's good. And actually the plague comes around every couple of years, but it's decreasing in its severity. So the end of the plague is one thing. Secondly, we're going to have less tumultuous warfare, like the 100 Years' War ongoing. I mean, the religious wars are pretty bad. The 30 Years' War is pretty catastrophic. But after that, in 1648, we're going to see, less catastrophic warfare, and so we're going to have fewer people dying from war. That's also going to cause population growth. And also, because there's more commerce, we're going to have less local famines. So there's going to be more movement of things around, so that means that if one area is suffering from a famine, it will be more connected to other areas. So the commercial growth that is, to some degree, prompted by population growth actually helps perpetuate the population growth, if that makes sense. The commercial growth that's caused because there's more people to sell things through, this will actually prevent local famines from having the devastating consequences that they used to have. And part of the thing that's going to allow for Europe to grow in terms of agricultural production and other things is, the opening of the Atlantic is going to provide more things that will be traded across Europe. And for example, one of those things that will come is the potato. So this is the Columbian exchange, right? The exchange of food and of livestock and of diseases from the Western Hemisphere to the Eastern Hemisphere. And we remember that of the things going there, a lot of things are going from the Eastern, the Old World, to the New World, right? We have, for example, cattle or horses being introduced to the New World. We have, for example, diseases like malaria and smallpox being introduced to the New World. And we have plants like sugarcane introduced to the New World. And you all know this grow quite well there. But we also have things coming back to Europe from the New World. And corn is one of those things. Tomatoes are one of those things. But the potato is especially important. The potato is easy to cultivate, it grows in large amounts, and so it really becomes the diet of European peasantry. And this is true in Ireland, as it's true in Germany, as it's true in Poland or Russia. It's really hard to imagine European cuisine before the potato, especially for peasants. So that will be leading to population growth. So once again, our population growth is going to be prompted by what did I say? Prompted by several factors. Number one, the end of the plague. Number two, less war, more stable governments. Number three, more trade means less local famines. Number four, new food options. Okay, now as a result of this, we're going to have a price revolution. The price revolution is, now this is a term just like commercial revolution that historians use. The price revolution is a very long and gradual change. So it's not overnight. But we have, and what it is it's a long and gradual period of inflation. So it's a long and gradual period of inflation in which prices will rise gradually around Europe. Now some of the costs, the causes of this, it's not surprising. A larger population means there's going to be more demand for things, means prices will go up. Okay? And so that's certainly one of the causes for this price revolution. Another argument is that, well, there's more coinage of silver, and so this is sometimes overstated, but there's more silver being brought into Europe, so there's more coins being made. And while that's true, certainly, we also see that monarchs are making more coins. They're sort of watering down the precious metal content in their coins, and so they're producing more currency, which is also contributing to the inflation. Okay, so there's two reasons. The population growth is is causing inflation, and then secondly, more currency being produced. Some of that currency is actually, these precious resources that are recovered from the New World, but much of that currency is just, more metal alloys being produced by monarchs. Okay, now what is the impact then of the price revolution? Why is it important? Why are we studying it? The price revolution is going to be important because it gives people more of an incentive to sell things. Because prices are going up, so you can sell things and make profits from them. So the price revolution is going to encourage entrepreneurs. It's going to encourage merchants who want to sell things. And so our next term on there is merchant entrepreneurs. What we're going to see, and the reason why some historians call this a commercial revolution, is we're going to see the expansion in the economic zone. Okay, and as I drew on the board before, if you remember, there is the old zone, which is sort of the town. The town is here, and then the farming around it, and the trade is going on between farmers and the town. And the people making stuff are producing stuff for the town, and they're producing stuff for the surrounding countryside. So this commercial revolution, and some historians don't say it happens. I don't think your book mentions a commercial revolution, but other historians have argued that this is a revolution in commerce. And what that means is, once again, gradually over time, we're talking about centuries here, or from the 1500s onwards, we're seeing an expansion in the size of the economic zone, so that instead of just producing things for this area, you're going to see merchants moving things between areas, and more things are going to be moved around. That's commerce. We're going to see more trade between larger areas, more trade over longer distances, over larger areas. So the merchant entrepreneurs are going to be the people that are doing this.